Welcome to Roughing It with Ruth, the channel where everything is a bit rough around the edges. In this video, I'm going to go over all the tips and tricks that you need if you are thinking of buying a new pair of hiking boots or trail runners. It might seem like this should be a really simple exercise. You just go to the shop and you pick a new pair of shoes that feels good and looks nice and you buy them. But there are a couple of things that you can do to make sure that you are getting a shoe that is going to fit you really well and work perfectly for you. The first thing that you should keep in mind is that it's best to go and try on new shoes at the end of the day. This is because during the day your feet tend to swell slightly, so if you go and try on shoes in the morning, you might end up inadvertently getting a shoe that's slightly too small for your foot. If you're doing exercise like hiking or running, then your feet also swell, so you want to kind of simulate this by going and trying on the shoes at the end of the day when your feet are slightly swollen already. Then you're going to want to take with you the current shoes that you are using for hiking or trail running. This is so that you have a good comparison to any new shoes that you might want to buy. If you can't wear your old shoes to the store, then at least take them with you in a bag so that you can put them on in between trying on the new shoes. Something else that you need to take with you are the socks that you use for hiking or trail running. I really like using these Belega blister resist socks, so I'm going to be taking a pair of these with me. It's very important that if you are trying on trail runners or any other shoe that is primarily made of synthetic materials, it should fit you perfectly right from the beginning. Those types of shoes generally do not require breaking in. If, however, you are trying on leather boots, this is going to be a little bit different. Leather tends to need to soften and work into itself and conform to the shape of your foot before it is its most comfortable version of itself. So for leather shoes, you may need to walk them in before they fit you perfectly, but for every other type of shoe, it should feel really comfortable right from the get-go. The biggest mistake that I see people make with buying shoes, and that I have made in the past as well, is to buy a shoe that is too small. A lot of casual shoes can be slightly smaller and it doesn't really affect you, but when you are doing exercise, particularly quite strenuous exercise like backpacking or trail running, you need a shoe that allows a bit more breathing room for your foot. So when you try on the shoe, make sure that there is a little bit of wiggle room, particularly around the ball of your foot and the toes of your foot. Of course, having a shoe that is too big for your foot is going to be just as bad as having one that is too small. This should be a pretty obvious one that I hope everyone is doing already, but definitely make sure that when you are trying on new shoes, you try them out as much as you possibly can. Walk around the store, do a couple of jumping jacks, maybe do some squats. There are even some stores that will allow you to take a demo pair of shoes for a practice hike on the trails near them. If you can find a store like that, then definitely go for it, because the more you try out the shoe before you buy it, the better idea you're going to have of whether that shoe is going to work for you or not. Thank you so much for watching this video. I know that there are probably a whole lot of other tips that people have come up with for buying new shoes, and if you're one of those people, then please comment your own tip down below, because I would love to learn a few more hacks for making sure that I get the perfect fit on my trail running and hiking shoes. If you enjoyed watching this video, then you can click on my channel name to see other videos that I've made in the past, or you can subscribe to my channel to see videos that I'm going to make in the future.